Hello students, in the last lecture we have started the chapter states of matter. So today we will continue that chapter. Okay. See, graphical representation of Boyle's law. Boyle's law we are already completed in first lecture, that is at constant temperature pressure of the given mass of a gas is inversely proportional to the volume. Means if the pressure is increases, then volume decreases. Figure 10.8 show how the pressure volume relationship can be expressed graphically. Figure shows a graph of the equation PV is equal to K, that is constant at constant temperature, known as isotherm. For a given mass of a gas, the value of K varies only with the temperature. So in graph it shows the graph of pressure versus volume. If the product of pressure and volume is plotted against the pressure, a straight line is obtained parallel to the x-axis. When the pressure of the gas is plotted against 1 upon V, a straight line is obtained passing through the origin as shown in the figure, provided T and N are constant, that is temperature and number of moles should be constant. However, at high pressure, deviation from Boyle's law is observed in the behavior of gases. Boyle's law in the terms of density of gas. With increase in pressure, gas molecules gets closer and density of the gas increases. Hence, at constant temperature, pressure is directly proportional to the density of a fixed mass of a gas. Therefore, PV is equal to K1, V is equal to K1 upon P, but D is equal to M upon V. On substituting the value of V, D is equal to M upon K1 into P, that is D is equal to K dash P, where K dash is a new constant. So density is directly proportional to the pressure. Above equation shows that at constant temperature the pressure is directly proportional to the density of a fixed mass of gas. We'll solve a numerical on Boyle's law. The volume occupied by the given mass of a gas at 298 Kelvin is 25 milliliter at 1 atmospheric pressure. Calculate the volume of gas if pressure is increased to 1.25 atmosphere at constant temperature. Given P1 is 1 atmosphere, V1 is 25 ml, P2 is 1.25 atmosphere, and you have to calculate the V2. So according to the Boyle's law, P1 V1 is equal to P2 V2. Substituting the values of all the given, V2 is equal to P1 V1 upon P2, that is 1 into 25 upon 1.25. So the answer is 20 milliliter. So volume occupied by the gas is 20 milliliter. So this is about the Boyle's law. Now we'll see the Charles law, which shows the relation between temperature and volume. J. Charles 1746 to 1823 and Gay Lussac 1778 to 1850 work independently on influence of temperature on volume of gas. Their experiment showed that for a given mass of a gas at constant pressure, its volume increases with increase in temperature. It was found that for an increase of every degree of temperature, volume of gas is increases by 1 upon 273.15 of its original volume at 0 degree Celsius. This observation is expressed mathematically as V1 is equal to V0 plus T upon 273.15 V0, where Vt and V0 are the volumes of given mass of gas at temperature T degree and 0 degree Celsius. Now by rearranging the equation, Vt is equal to V0 in bracket 1 plus T upon 273.15. So Vt is equal to V0 upon bracket T plus 273.15 upon 273.15. At this stage, a new scale of temperature was introduced, namely absolute temperature scale. This absolute temperature was defined as T degree Kelvin is equal to T degree Celsius plus 273.15. This is also called thermodynamic scale of temperature. The units of this absolute temperature scale is called Kelvin in the honor of Lord Kelvin, who determined the accurate value of absolute zero minus 273.5 degrees Celsius in 1854. This equation is now written by replacing the Celsius temperature by absolute temperature as follows. Vt is equal to V0 in bracket Tt upon T0, where Tt is equal to T plus 273.15 and Ts is equal to 273.15. On rearrangement of the equation, you will get V0 upon T0 Tt is equal to V0 upon T0. From this, a general equation can be written as V1 upon T1 is equal to V2 upon T2. That is, V upon T is constant K2. So, V is equal to K2T. This is the mathematical expression of Charles' law, which is stated as at constant pressure, the volume of a fixed mass of gas is directly proportional to its temperature in Kelvin. The law can be illustrated diagrammatically also. Gay-Lussac's law, pressure-temperature relationship. So first we will solve one problem on Charles' law. At 300 Kelvin, a certain mass of a gas occupies 1 into 10 raised to minus 4 decimeter cube volume. Calculate its volume at 450 Kelvin and at same temperature pressure. Given T1 300 Kelvin, V1 1 into 10 raised to minus 4 decimeter cube, T2 450 Kelvin, V2 you have to find out. According to Charles' law, at constant pressure, V1 upon T1 is equal to V2 upon T2. V2 is equal to V1 T2 upon T1, and on substituting the values, you get the answer V2 1.5 into 10 raised to minus 4 decimeter cube. It relates the pressure and absolute temperature of a fixed mass of gas at constant volume. That is Gay-Lussac's law. At constant volume, pressure of a fixed amount of gas is directly proportional to its absolute temperature. So mathematical expression P proportional to T, that is P is equal to K3T. Graphical representation. When a graph is plotted between pressure P in atmosphere and temperature T in Kelvin, a straight line is obtained. It is known as isochore. With the help of this law, one can understand the relationship between pressure and temperature in day-to-day life. Graph is also plotted there, which is passing through the origin. In 1811, Indian scientist Amedeo Avogadro combined the Dalton's atomic theory with Gay-Lussac's law of combining volume to put forth a known Avogadro law. It states that equal volumes of all gases at the same temperature and pressure contains equal number of moles. This means that fixed temperature and fixed pressure, the volume of gas depends upon the number of molecules V proportional to N. Avogadro law can be expressed as V proportional to N. On converting the proportionality sign into equation, ideal gas equation, a gas that follows strictly all the three laws, Boyle's law, Charles' law and Avogadro law, is known as ideal gas. Practically, an ideal gas does not exist. Real gas show ideal behavior under certain specific condition. When intermolecular interaction are practically absent, yet these three laws and ideal gas equation obtained by treating them mathematically are found to be very valuable in chemistry. Now we will derive the ideal gas equation by using Boyle's law, Charles' law and Avogadro law. The three gas laws, namely Boyle's law, Charles' law and Avogadro law, are combined mathematically to obtain what is called ideal gas equation. Let us write the proportionality of this law. According to Boyle's law, V proportional to 1 upon P. According to the Charles' law, V proportional to T. According to the Avogadro's law, V proportional to N. Now we'll combine all these three laws and we get the mathematical expression V proportional to Nt upon P. Converting the proportionality sign into equation by introducing a constant of proportionality R, V is equal to R Nt upon P, that is PV is equal to nRT. This is known as ideal gas equation. In ideal gas equation, if three variables are known, fourth can be calculated. It describes the state of ideal gas, therefore it is also known as an equation of state. Here R is called gas constant. The value of R is the same for all gases. Therefore, it is called universal gas constant. Now we'll see the values of R in different units. The value of R depends upon the units used to express P, V and T. Hence we recall STP, standard temperature pressure, condition for determining the values of R. R in SI unit, value of R can be calculated by using SI units of P, V and T. Pressure P is measured in Newton per meter square or Pascal, volume V in meter cube and temperature in Kelvin. R is equal to PV upon NT. By substituting the all values, you will get the value of R 8.314 joule per Kelvin per mole. Now we will find the R in liter atmosphere. If pressure is expressed in atmosphere and volume in liter, the decimeter cube and temperature in Kelvin, then at old STP condition the value of R 1 into 22.414 divided by 1 into 273.15, you get the value 0.08206 decimeter cube atmosphere per Kelvin per mole. Now we'll see find the R in calorie. We know that 1 calorie is equal to 4.184 joule. So R is equal to 8.314 divided by 4.184, that is 1.987, approximately 2 calorie per Kelvin per mole. While using the ideal gas equation, one should consider the unit. The most common units are known in the table. Now expression for molar mass. Ideal gas equation can be used to determine the molar mass of the compound. PV is equal to nRT. This ideal equation is rearranged as N is equal to PV upon RT. But you know that N is equal to small m upon capital M. So now substituting the value of N, M upon M is equal to PV upon RT. That is capital M is equal to MRT upon P. So capital M is what? Molar mass, and small m is the mass of that gas. So M is equal to MRT upon V to find the expression for molar mass. Combined gas law. The ideal gas equation PV is equal to nRT. On rearranging we get PV upon T is equal to nR. P1 V1 upon T1 is equal to P2 V2 upon T2. The ideal gas equation used in this form is called combined gas law. We have to assume a gas under two different sets of conditions where pressure, volume and temperature are written for one state as P1, V1 and T1 and for other P2, V2 and T2 respectively. Let's solve one numerical. A sample of nitrogen gas was placed in a flexible 9.0 liter container at 300 Kelvin at a pressure of 1 atmosphere. The gas was compressed to a volume of 3 liter and heat was added until the temperature reached 600 Kelvin. What is the new pressure inside the container? Now V1 9 liter, V2 3 liter, P1 1.5 atmosphere, T2 600 Kelvin, T1 300 Kelvin, P2 you have to find out. According to the combined gas equation, P1 V1 upon T1 is equal to P2 V2 upon T2. By substituting the values in this equation, you will get the value of P2, that is 9 atmosphere. Second, find the temperature in degrees Celsius at which volume and pressure of 1 mole of nitrogen gas become 10 decimeter cube and 2.46 atmosphere respectively. Given P 2.46 atmosphere, V 10 decimeter cube, N 1 mole, R 0.0821, T you have to find out. So according to the ideal gas equation, PV is equal to nRT, T is equal to PV upon nR. So by substituting the value of P, V, N and R, you get the temperature to 99.63 in Kelvin, and by subtracting 273.15 from that, you will get 26.48 degree Celsius. Relation between density, molar mass and pressure. Ideal gas equation can be expressed in terms of density as follows: PV is equal to nRT, and on rearranging, N upon V is equal to P upon RT. But we know that N is equal to M upon M. So on substituting the value of N, rearranging the equation, M upon MV is equal to P upon RT. But D upon M is P upon RT, because M upon V, that is mass upon volume, is called density of gas. So on rearranging the equation, we get the expression to calculate the molar mass of gas in terms of density, that is M is equal to dRT upon P. From equation, Boyle's law can be stated in terms of density. At constant temperature, pressure of given mass of gas is directly proportional to its density. So we have completed this chapter. Some terms are remaining there, so we will complete it in the next lecture. Okay, thank you.